This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, celebrating 50 years, man. Our 50th anniversary, and we've got the gear to celebrate with you, man. Lots of limited edition gear celebrating The Rock's 50th anniversary.
Get that light zip hoodie. It's getting a little chilly out right now. You need a hoodie. You need a beanie or a hat.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, a t-shirt, too. You need it all.
Yeah, you really do. And it's got the Rock Golden Blaze logo right there on the chest and on the caps and on the beanies. It's everywhere. Celebrating 50 years. You want this? You need this? The holidays are coming. You know, I mean, I hate to say it, but why don't you get your shopping done at the Rock Shop? Get it all done. So if you want the 50th anniversary gear for a limited time, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs.
Time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. And it's Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Cracking Thursdays, powered by Coors Light.
Big win yesterday.
Big win. Got that shootout victory in preseason.
That's right.
As long as we're winning, you know, that counts and is a very amazing indicator of the season coming forward.
Right, only when they win.
Yeah. That whole the shutout, that thing didn't count. That was just a practice, or I don't know, whatever they call it, but it didn't matter. The other ones matter. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Ed in West Seattle. Ed, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Bye. For those playing at home, Ed will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ed, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Which star of The Mask of Zorro voices the lead role in the animated Puss in Boots?
Pass.
What year of the early 60s did the Flintstones premiere?
63.
No.
62.
No.
64.
No. With MTV, what does VMA stand for?
Video Music Awards.
Yes. 23.5 degrees north latitude is called the Tropic of what?
Cancer.
Yes. The Cardinals are a baseball team from where?
St. Louis.
Yes. What are mounds of sand that have been windblown called?
Dudes.
Yes. What company produces Nutter Butter cookies?
Nabisco.
Yes. What kind of animal was Seabiscuit?
A horse.
Yes. What type of clouds are thick and puffy and sometimes turn into thunderstorms?
Cumulus.
Yes. An NBA basketball game has 4 quarters of how many minutes each?
12.
Yes. What star of The Mask of Zorro voices the lead role in the animated Puss in Boots? All right. Well, still 8 correct. Not too shabby. No, little wiggle room there, but Steve's got to pull a lot of things out in order to get this one. Well, I don't want Steve to pull everything out because then we're going to go, then we might have an HR issue. Yeah, then we got to talk to HR, and that's always we don't want a real fun, awkward time. Yeah, we don't need that in our lives.
Steve, he's back, rocking that amazing Kraken jersey.
Oh, someone has a good question.
Oh.
Because it's Ed from West Seattle, you said, right?
Yes.
Is it Eddie Vedder?
Whoa, are you Eddie Vedder?
No, but I've bumped into him up by Easy Street, and there used to be a place, a restaurant in West Seattle I bumped into him too, but I never walked up.
Oh, is it part of the Eddie from West Seattle meetup that happens once a month?
You're Ed, I'm Ed.
All the Eds from West Seattle get together.
Nice. Steve, are you ready? Ah, yes. What star of The Mask of Zorro voices the lead role in the animated Puss in Boots?
Antonio Banderas.
Wow, yes. What year of the early 60s did the Flintstones premiere?
1969.
No.
Yeah, no, I wasted a guess, but it was worth it. 1960?
Yes. With MTV, what does VMA stand for?
Video Music Awards.
Yes.
Even though they don't play videos.
23.5 degrees north latitude is called the Tropic of what?
Thunder.
No.
Tropic of Tequila.
No.
The Tropic of Fun.
Wow. No. The Cardinals are a baseball team from where?
St. Louis.
Yes. What are mounds of sand that have been windblown called?
Dunes.
Yes. What company produces Nutter Butter cookies?
Nabisco.
Ding. Yes. What kind of animal was Seabiscuit?
A horse.
Yes.
Of course.
What type of clouds are thick and puffy and can sometimes turn into thunderstorms?
Rain clouds.
No.
Girthy clouds.
No.
That's cloudy clouds.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You lose 8 to 7. Good job, Ed. Yeah. Nice work. Yeah.
I lost to Eddie Vedder.
Exactly. That's what you can say.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been looking forward to this for quite some time.
And Steve, maybe that 69 joke cost you. You didn't have enough time to get to the last question.
Would this been a tiebreaker?
It would have been a tie if you would have gotten to it.
Oh, boy.
An NBA basketball game has 4 quarters of how many minutes each?
12.
Yeah. Oh. That was the deciding factor. 2 of the questions that I was pretty sure you wouldn't get, you didn't get, and Ed did. 23.5 degrees north latitude is called the Tropic of Cancer.
Oh, duh.
There's 2 of the answers. There's Cancer and Capricorn, but if you don't know either, then, well, you're not going to know. And then the type of clouds that are thick and puffing can sometimes turn into thunderstorms are the cumulus clouds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feel free to ask that again and know that I won't get it right.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you. And sorry for your loss.
Yeah, so sorry for your loss. But I got good news. There's some actually really good news today. Blink-182's Mark Hoppus shared yesterday that he is cancer-free.
Yes.
So if you missed that one yesterday, well, you get it today. Back in April, he was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma, and it's the same cancer his mom had, also the same cancer she beat. So people were pretty optimistic.
It's still scary, man. When the news came out, I don't know, man. It just...
Yeah.
Certain celebrity stories, like, you're just like, whatever, you know, you're sad to hear something bad happen. But for some reason, like, Mark Hoppus just always came off as a good dude.
Yeah.
And then you see him, he had to have his head shaved because of the chemo stuff and his optimism. But he obviously looked very scared in some of the videos that he posted. And it was just like, man, you just wanted nothing more than to get good news. And yesterday was a cool day. Like, I spent all day listening to Blink-182, as silly as that sounds. Yeah. It's like, yes. And like, even our buddy Ethan HD from Destiny City Comics, he says if you go to his store today, and I think yesterday as well, he's playing nothing but Blink-182 and Plus 44 because of Mark Hoppus' bands.
Yeah, Mark said, quote, just saw my oncologist. I am cancer-free. Thank you, God and universe and friends and family and everyone who sent support and kindness and love. Says he's still got to get scanned every 6 months, and he figures, you know, maybe it'll be the end of the year when he's back to normal.
Which is
but
good.
Still, cancer-free is cool.
Because for a long time, he wasn't even playing bass. Like, he did one recently where he streams on Twitch a lot, and he actually finally picked up his bass and like started playing like Blink-182 songs again. He's like, I haven't touched my bass since probably a year ago, and it's like, oh. And now that he's cancer-free, it's like, it's go time. Ready for new Blink music? I'm so excited and so happy about the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, I know for you, too. Like, I mean, obviously, it's a big band. Like, it's someone that's kind of part of your life, even as silly as that sounds. But like, especially with music for me, and I'm sure with you as well, like, you know, like you connect so much with these artists that they almost feel like they're a part of your world. So when you hear some bad news, you're just like, oh, this is kind of devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits me with the mortality thing because, when you're young and you're listening to these bands, they're pretty much young. They're almost in your demographic, maybe 10 years older at most. And then you get older and realize, wow, this is the time of their life when stuff like this can happen.
I get worried about that because, cancer's in the family and like that's important to get checked out and things along those lines. But it's just like the older you get, it's like, oh my gosh, am I playing a game, like a race against it?
Yeah, and you get reminded when you see people who were basically the people of your youth all of a sudden getting older person's type of maladies. It's tough. So this is good news. This is really, really good news. And like you guys said, his reputation of being such a nice guy, it's really cool to get that news. So it is now time for you to take over this fine program. Yes, we're putting it in your hands. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Yes, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. We'll take your calls. We'll take your texts. We'll do that at 9:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
BJ, we have a good friend on the phone with us. I haven't talked to him in a little bit. I don't know if we should talk to him because he's a Boston Red Sox fan and we don't need any of that good energy going on. But he's in town to do some great shows over here in Seattle. Please welcome to the show, Josh Wolf.
There he is. What's up, Josh?
What's going on, guys?
Well. Look who decided to show his face in this town again.
Let me ask you a question. As I was just going pee, as I was being introduced.
Oh wow!
Okay. I thought of this just now. But how many people do you think that you interview over the phone do you think are on the crapper when you interview them?
It's very possible. I mean, if we're not zooming them, if we can't see them, they can be doing anything.
Yeah. Have you ever been like, great to have you on? Have you ever heard somebody go, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
But it's nice to know that you're comfortable enough with us that you can, go pee while you're talking to me. I mean, that's just, I guess that's just how we become those kind of friends.
So you never think about people on the pooper, but I always wonder, like, if someone's still in bed. Because I remember seeing, like, some documentaries of people doing, like, their radio tours and their interviews, and they're still laying in bed. And I'm like, man, I would fall asleep, like, if I was, like, still laying in bed on the phone.
I would agree. I haven't done on the phone. I've definitely done on the crapper.
Yeah.
Do you stay on the crapper the whole time?
Well, I mean, until I'm done. What do you mean?
I mean, for the entire interview. Because, I mean, are you going to flush? Are you going to, like... I'd be worried about... I'd done myself out by, like, flushing.
Well, that's the whole point. Listen, you don't... What's the point of pooping during an interview if you don't give the good reveal at the end?
Oh, yeah, that's the...
I mean, I'm not trying to hide it.
Yeah,
I'm going for the laugh, dude. Are you new? Like what?
That's a really good point. You don't sound echoey though. Like my bathrooms are echoey, so that I feel like anyone, even my wife, can tell if I decide. All right, listen, I'm talking to her. Let me just get this done while I'm talking to her. Multitask, and she knows. She's you're in the bathroom, aren't you? She just knows because she can hear the sound.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was walking out of the bathroom. So if I walk into the bathroom right now, I was
there.
peeing.
We go. Yeah.
Right.
See,
and then I walked out.
Look at you. You're a professional. You know how to pee, but still acoustically be correct. I should know that from a guy that's handled the microphone as long as you have.
Listen, BJ, what that really means is, take it for how you want to take it. But it just means that I have the skill to pee from outside of the bathroom.
That's
whatever that means to you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize things were that good for Josh Wolf, that the pills have been working. All right. I didn't know.
Yeah, dude, listen, as I get older, I realize, as dudes get older, you really become all potatoes and no meat. You know what I mean? Like
Josh Wolf. Josh Wolf's going to be at the... Let me plug you for a second. Josh Wolf's going to be at the Triple Door tomorrow and Saturday. Yeah, maybe that's the wrong way to say it. Tickets and info, just go to comedianjoshwolf.com if you want to see Josh at the Triple Door tomorrow and Saturday, which, of course, you got to get out. You got to live again. You got to see some comedy. See it Josh style. God bless you.
Let me tell you something. And I don't. You probably have never heard me talk like this, BJ, but my live show right now... nobody's doing anything like it. My live show right now is like a living, breathing. My early shows are different. People come to 2 shows because they know they're going to see 2 different shows.
That's cool.
But it's like it's like there's comedy, obviously. It's about 45 minutes of stand-up. And then it's about 25 minutes of, I've been doing a lot of parodies and original tunes.
Oh, really?
And then, yeah. This special, so I have a special coming out on October 19th called Here for the Fun. And it's the opposite. So the special I put out last year was, an hour of stand-up. And this one is probably 10 minutes of stand-up and 50 of just the guitar and the music.
Wow, look at that! You know what? You branched out. I mean, look, you're like Mr. Fatherhood. I mean, that's what a lot of people know you for. Is like you're the dude that pretty much, if you want to know how to be a parent, Josh Wolf is the guy to follow and listen to. And how old are your kids now?
Man, they're old. They're like my youngest son, dude, is 24.
Wow, you are old. It's. I didn't realize this was happening to you.
Hey, are you doing laundry or are you washing your dishes right now?
I'm doing the dryer. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Good call, Steve. You called it, Steve. You know what, man? We've got him in the bathroom. We've got him doing laundry.
Chores.
Josh, if there's any chance you can have intimate relations during this interview, we'll hit the trifecta.
Well, listen, how many people need to be involved in that?
It's a good call. It's a really good call. If you're talking me,
just one man in a laundry room.
Yeah. I was going to say, if it's just me, then we can hit the trifecta if you want.
Last time I checked, it's always been a one-man show with Josh Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. So,
listen, I mean, if it's going to sell tickets, and we need to do it, I guess we will. But no, I'm kidding. And there'd be nothing more disturbing than hearing a dude masturbate on the phone, because guy noises are just terrible.
They really are. They really, really are. I mean, sometimes when a guy is doing a little too much performing in an adult video, you're like, dude, you really gotta.
Are you walking downstairs now? What's going on?
Yeah, listen, dude, are you playing a game show that nobody else is playing, which is fine?
We're all in the room. We're all looking at each other like, what's Josh doing now?
Yeah.
Thursdays on NBC.
Yeah. The worst game show ever.
So far, Steve's a winner, though. I mean,
is he?
I don't know. I think our audience is definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Winner is the wrong word.
I will say this. It's nice to know that we are one of the most important interviews you'll do this morning, that you've taken all of your attention and given it to us.
Well, I mean, the truth of the matter is that if I was moving around is what actually helps me stay focused.
Oh, really?
If I sit still, if I sit still, my brain flies all over the place. So it's almost like I need something to distract me.
I think Steve is right then. You need to go do different things around the house or run around outside. We want to be able to guess what you're doing while you're talking to us. Yeah, and that's all. It'll help you keep focused, too.
So far, we know your bathroom and your laundry room are in the upstairs.
Yep.
Well, Steve, I mean, I don't want to go big baller on you, but
you have 2 bathrooms.
There's a bathroom on every floor.
Forget about it. Dude, that comedy career is working out great.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Steve, hold on a second. Ready? Hit me.
There we go. That's bathroom number 1.
Yep.
Are we going to get a flush from every floor bathroom? Is that going to happen?
I mean, if you're curious about the type of pressure I'm getting on all 3 floors. Oh, did I say 3 floors? That's right.
Wow. 3 floors. Well, I just want to see if you're in good conditioning to make it up and down all 3 floors to give us the bathroom flush.
Now, here's the thing. I have 40 stairs.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And I'm going to go up. This will tell you how many times that I have to go up these stairs, because I smoke a lot of weed, so I forget things.
Oh, this is good.
So, like, my wife and I all the time will be like, I left that upstairs. What floor? 3rd floor. And I'm like, well, I'm not getting that till tomorrow. Because if I've got it... Sometimes that 3rd floor is like bad news.
I agree with you. I was recently at somebody's place that had 3 floors, and I'm like, whoa, I don't think I can live in a house with 3 floors. 2 is just enough for me. It does me in.
Yeah. Now, Steve.
Yes.
So the 2 floors, just so you know, those are houses that are, they go up in the sky a little, probably higher than yours. And they have more than one bathroom. And the kitchen is not also the living room, which is not also the dining room.
Ah. But you got walls?
Yeah.
How old is this house? Is it
I
colonial
thought
times?
you were cool.
I will tell you, a little winded walking up those stairs. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
So what's on the third floor? Is that like a media room? Like, what do you got going on the third floor? I like this is Josh Wolf's cribs on the radio.
Yeah.
So it's got my podcast room.
Oh, fancy.
And then there's a wide open room which leads to a garage door. Right, the garage door lifts up to the
garage door's on the third floor or on the first floor?
Third floor. It's like an aesthetic. So the garage door lifts up and opens out onto the patio on the third floor.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. You heard me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
you know
wild.
what? Things aren't as expensive in Nashville as they are in Los Angeles.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, this is so much better than the studio apartment I was living in. I mean,
Yeah. No,
it's just a different,
Yeah. Josh Wolf, by the way, that's the man giving us a tour of his crib, even though you can't see it, but you can hear it. He's at the Triple Door tomorrow and Saturday. Get your tickets at comedianjoshwolf.com. You won't be disappointed. Josh is one of the better comics that we've ever had on our show. And even though he's a Red Sox fan, we still talk to him. That's how that goes.
Says the other Red Sox fan.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're a Red Sox fan.
well, I'll talk to Josh, but I mean, nobody else wants to hear it. I'll talk to Josh. That's the every once in a while. You know what? I will get a random text from Josh to pay, and you just can tell, how he feels about the season. And I won't hear from Josh for 6, maybe 7, 8 months. All of a sudden, there's a text on my phone, Josh Wolf, and I'll be like, normally if it was another comic, he's probably trying to get on the show. But I'm betting Josh is not going to be in Seattle for months. He just wants to bitch about the Red Sox, and there it is. I open it up, and there it is.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I don't have a ton of confidence in this year's squad, so.
Yeah. Well, we're hoping that here in Seattle, actually, because the Mariners are really counting on the Red Sox to keep performing the way they've been performing, and that is, losing. And so that's what they're hoping for.
Man, I just can't. By the way, dude, and now that I'm walked up to the third floor and I'm looking at my
third
guitar.
floor? We haven't heard the toilet on the third floor. We don't believe you have one.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Third floor toilet coming up right now. Third floor is also where I keep my mushrooms and my weed.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Third floor toilet. Here we go.
Ooh.
That one sounded like it struggled.
Yeah, it did sound like it struggled. I don't know about the pressure up on that third floor, Josh.
Well, that's because the third floor, it's struggling because this is usually where I come to drop my deuces. So it's probably... the first floor it flows.
He's like you, Steve. He's got a bathroom that only he can use, and that way his wife doesn't have to be. Yeah. His wife doesn't have to be exposed to what he's bringing to the table.
It's the bathroom furthest away from anything that my wife would be near.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called classy.
Thank you. It's called being a good husband.
It's called. Oh, hey, this. That's right. It's called classy.
There we go. So we got the third floor podcast room with the patio that opens from the garage, the toilet that's struggling because of you. Wow, look at you.
And now I'm downstairs. Now I'm going to give you 2 more flushes on the second floor.
All right.
Okay.
This is how we're going to end this interview, by the way. Well, this is going to be the big finish.
Master bathroom flush.
Whoa.
Ooh, yeah, better.
Okay.
Now we go over to the other bedroom on the second floor, which is like my wife's office.
All right.
Okay. And I think this one is the least used bathroom.
Oh, so this one should be in great shape. This should be fire.
That's the one your wife poops at.
Yeah. That one actually,
That one's got some power.
That thing is, wow.
That one had a little extra oomph to it. Okay.
Yeah, it surely did. I think you probably lost a hand or something on that one.
Guys, I can't wait for the shows this weekend. Like I said, they are next level. I hope one of you guys or any of you guys can make it out. It's going to be amazing.
Well, I got to tell you this. After hearing the toilet flushing, can you imagine having a better time than going to see Josh Wolf at the Triple Door tomorrow or Saturday? I mean, come on. Or maybe both days. Go to every day. Come on.
I might even flush the toilet in the green room just so everyone can hear it.
There we go. That's what we're waiting for. If you haven't seen Josh Wolf, you are in for a treat because Josh said it like he's bringing some cool stuff and always great, always entertaining. And Josh, we love you, buddy. Thank you so much for being with us on the show today.
Love you, buddy. Thank you.
Anyway, Josh Wolf, go comedianjoshwolf.com. That is where you can get the tickets. And it is Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show.
Call in and flush your toilet for us.
Yeah, let's see how you rate.
Judging people on their toilet flushes.
Let's see how you measure up to the great Josh Wolf. And I think he's got like 3 or 4 toilets. I was impressed. 206-421-ROCK.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the smart Whirlpool top-load washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever it is you want to talk about, remember to follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule. BJ, show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone said, since today is International Podcast Day, I was curious, besides your own podcast that you guys do, any of you guys do, what is a one must-listen-to podcast that you would tell people to check out? Well, I mean, I'm a big hockey guy. I obviously have a ton of wrestling ones, but I think since everyone seems to be really hyped about hockey, there's a great hockey podcast called Spittin' Chicklets. And that features a few former players and some other guys as well. And it's super funny. The interviews are great, especially when they interview guys that are no longer in the NHL, because those guys don't keep the filter. You know, a lot of the newer guys are trying to, like, not say the wrong thing, whereas the old school guys have no problem saying the wrong thing. So it's a lot of fun. Plus, like, the stories from, like, Paul Bissonnette and Whitney, they got some good stories. And it's just a fun, lighthearted podcast about a sport that I love.
And I was also going to put out there, they also introduced us to the Pink Whitney, which is one of the best vodka drinks I've ever had.
The pink lemonade infused vodka, which has become, I think it's probably made them more money than they did making as players.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, it's become a phenomenon that people that aren't even hockey fans love that vodka from New Amsterdam Vodka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is tasty.
The other one I really enjoy, and I'm obviously a big KISS fan, but they've actually moved on to other bands, but there's a podcast called Pot of Thunder, and each episode they just pick one KISS song and get nerdy as all hell about it for like over an hour. They break it down, the history of it all. They to the point where Chris Jericho will sometimes pop on because he's a big KISS fan. But they've gone through every single KISS song, so now they've moved on to other bands like Van Halen and you know, like Tom Jones or the Rolling Stones. They just pick random songs and they just nerd out about one song for over an hour.
You will find that. I mean, that's the great thing about podcasting is there's something like that for anything that you would love, Steve.
Yeah.
There's currently two dudes, Ryan Husk, I think his name is, and the other one is Sirach Lofton. And Sirach, people may know as Jake Sisko, who was the son of Commander Sisko from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So you got a former actor of that show, along with a dude that I think he's an actor himself, and he might have been like playing a bit part here and there. They do a podcast every week about every Star Trek episode that ever is. And they started with Deep Space Nine. I think they're on to Voyager now. Same deal, Steve. They will just pick an episode and they will geek out about it. And the cool thing is, you know, the dude who's talking about the episode actually was on the show. So it's kind of cool to have their take on what's going on. And, I forget what it is, but if you do a search for Sirach, Cirroc, Lofton, podcast, I think you'll find it on anything that's out there. That's one that I became aware of, and I thought, man, you know, there's something for everybody. If you love something, there's got to be a podcast out there that will go deep.
Someone just texted in yesterday. You guys were talking about the Taco Bell chicken taco sandwich. It got me all fired up to try one for myself.
Ooh,
it was tasty, but definitely was smaller than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
man, that's not the reputation. That's my Tinder profile bio, actually.
It's a little. It's more of a snack. Like, I feel it's one of those things that you get alongside everything else that you're going to order at a Taco Bell. Because usually that's what I do. I'll get a couple of different things, and that's the fun part of going into Taco Bell. So getting that with some of the other stuff seems like a really good idea.
Didn't realize it was snack size, though. It's almost like a slider size, I guess.
Was wondering, because as silly as it sounds, I remember looking it up online, and it showed, like, the calories. And not that I'm, I'm going to a fast food place. I'm not going to worry about calories. But it said it was, like, 180 calories. I'm like, that's pretty impressive that it's like only 180 calories.
So you can have 3 of those and be, not too bad.
You know, I noticed it was because when we pulled up the picture, I was like, that's a lady's hand and it fits perfectly in that. Like, and I have small hands, so it's like, I bet you it's pretty small.
We're talking about Taco Bell's chicken taco sandwich.
We're not anymore.
Oh, I was confused. Okay.
Well, there you go. So we've learned something new about this chicken sandwich, I guess, or chicken appetizer, chicken slider, whatever they're calling it. But all right, so tasty. That's the verdict.
Tasty but small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than being large and disgusting.
Stop looking. Let's go to Nathan in Seattle. And Nathan, by no means is that a segue. We just want to talk to you at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Welcome to the show, Nathan. What do you got for us?
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Nathan Reno. I used to play with Woodshed.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Not a lot, man. What I want to talk about is the Mariners.
Boy, I'm telling you, right, the Mariners are a hot topic. When was the last time the Mariners were this hot of a topic? Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been a lifelong Mariners fan. My dad took me to the Kingdome in 95 when I was 7 years old. I got to see Ken Griffey Jr. hit a home run against the Twins.
That's cool.
I worked there at Safeco 10 years ago at the Hit It Here Cafe. I got to go.
I love that cafe.
I got to see Mike McCready do the national anthem a couple times because he was warm up and stuff. It was really cool. We went to the game on Tuesday, and it was insane there. Everybody's chanting JP every time he comes up. We had a great time. Yeah. I was in a coma 3 years ago, and my wife gives me crap because the first thing I said, apparently, I don't really remember when I woke up, was, did the Mariners win?
Is that true?
But, but what I'll say is if they go to the playoffs, I'll absolutely get a tattoo with you guys. The Mariners tattoo.
Okay.
That's badass.
Is that a done deal, Steve? I know Danny said yes. Are you also going to do this?
I'm in.
Now, what do you call the playoffs? Will it be if it's a playoff to get into the wild card, or does it have to actually be there in the wild card?
If they get the wild card slot. Let's keep our expectations low, okay? We're Mariners fans.
All right, so in other words, what you're saying, and it'll be clear, is that if the Mariners become either the second or first wild card team and they play the other wild card team, that's when that happens, you guys will get your tattoos.
Mariners tattoos. Let's do it, guys.
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
I gotta go. Have a good morning, okay?
All right, Nathan. We'll be in touch. Yeah, part of me is like
one game. By the time you decide, the game could
be over, and I could be sour and be like, "F this and F this tattoo."
Yeah, you really could be. That's why I wanted to maybe give you an out and say maybe they should make the divisional series.
What do you think, Danny? I feel like they should have to play more than one game.
I was thinking if they get past the wild card slots.
Okay.
Because at that point, for me, that makes it worth it in terms of like, wow, I was part of that history. You know what I mean?
Some people
just
are
play
like,
one wild card and then lose.
Because it's like, what are we going to have? Like, what if it's a big tie and they have to have a tiebreaker? Does that count? They're playing more than one game. It's a postseason.
Yeah, so true. That's why I thought I'd throw it out there.
I like
to
that,
you
BJ.
two.
Series.
Yeah.
They have to go into some kind of a series.
Yes.
Yeah. So in other words, a divisional series. In other words, because they'll play Tampa Bay. That's how it will be. So when it's announced that they're playing the Tampa Bay Rays in the playoffs, you guys are going to get the tattoos.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
All
which
right,
man, I'm torn on what logo because I know there's like that lore of the trident being bad luck, but I love that logo.
It looks so cool.
If you get the trident,
I'm a little worried about doing that.
If you announce you're going to do that and they lose to the Rays, you will be one of them. You will be like that dude in Chicago, whatever that guy's name was.
I'm going with
Bartman.
Yeah, Bartman. You'll be Bartman.
Yeah, I think I got to stay away from the trident one.
I'm going with the baseball with the star. The one that, with the middle.
Yep. There you go.
I just think that would be so cool because that's they have that on a lot of hats, and I've wanted to buy that hat for every time, but they sell out of it. Oh, I want it so bad.
That is a good look.
I think that's the logo you find like maybe on the sleeves every once in a while on a Mariners jersey.
Well, and it's like if you look at the S logo too, that's the thing that's in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
It's the compass. It's
the compass. It's so cool.
The S logo, by the way, is sweet. Now, Steve,
I might do the Mariners from the Future jersey logo.
Oh, well, I was going to say they have an S logo that is colored from the time of the trident, so it's the gold, the one they wear on Sundays. I think that one.
I do like that one a lot, and that was like the first Mariners cap when I was in high school. I had was that logo, I believe. If I remember correctly.
So you could get that one.
I also like the weird star one, but it also has the trident in it.
Oh, you don't want that.
I know, the trident. What about the baseball that just has M's?
Ooh.
Oh, boy, that's old school. That's been a while since I don't know where I see
get
that
the
logo.
S and the M's, and it goes for my initial, Steve Miggs.
Oh, I was going to say because it's what you're into.
Yeah, like sadomasochism.
Guys going vanilla.
Well, the Mariners don't play tonight, but the Yankees and Blue Jays play each other. Red Sox are playing Baltimore. So a lot of Mariners fans will be watching both of those games tonight to see just how things go.
So instead, get the tattoo on your butt, then you won't be mad when the team turns to crap again.
But I do, I do want to again apologize. I didn't realize the Mariners did not have much of a payroll. I used to be railing about their payroll and why the Rays were doing so much better. But Craig Gass told us that they've got the 6th lowest payroll, which means these guys are definitely overachieving, if you ask me.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's why they were like, this is a rebuilding year. So it's kind of cool to know that our rebuilding year potentially could have 90 wins.
Yeah, which then it really frustrates me. It's like, what are they doing with all that money? Because they had the money to pay people. Unless they're paying players that aren't on the team anymore, but they still have to pay them because they're injured or whatever. That could be a part of it. I don't know what they're doing, but they should start spending money on this team.
We have a very important question, though. Limp Bizkit just released a new song today, or yesterday, actually. It's the first new music in a long time. It's called Dad Vibes. I was wondering what you guys thought of it.
Oh, this was following the lead of what that performance they did.
That was the drum up talks about dad vibes. Fred Durst dressed kind of like dad look to him, but yet they have a new song called Dad Vibes. And man, I listened to it a bunch. First of all, it's like 2.5 minutes long. I wish it was a little bit longer, but that's a good problem to have. If my biggest complaint is I wish the song was longer, that's awesome.
That's like the old school songs, man, when they were only like a couple of minutes, a minute and a half, 2 minutes and a half long.
Yeah, it's just like, just when you're starting to feel it, it's just like, oh, that ended. All right, backwards. Let's go and listen to it again. But I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna have to check it out.
I think Rev, do you have it?
Oh,
yeah,
you do?
Yeah. I got a little bit of the dad vibes.
And in true dad vibe form, Fred does not curse on this song, which might be the first time ever that he doesn't curse.
Yeah. So it's already radio friendly.
Well, he's got kids.
Oh yeah,
it's dad vibes.
Sugar cane, down with the main. Dad so sweet that his nickname Candy. Y'all been gone for a minute. Dad vibe bounce to the finish. I can get with that. Can't live with him. Can't live without him. New kid back on the block with a rip. Dad got the fag in the back with the drip. Come and get the sip. La-di-da. Can't live with him. Can't live without him. New kid back on the block with a rip.
I don't hate it.
Well, yeah, I think if you're a Bizkit fan, you're going to like it. If you don't like Limp Bizkit, you're probably like, this is
yeah, if you don't like Bizkit, you're not going to like this.
They're not going to win new fans, but an old school fan like myself, happy to hear it. Right. Danny, you like it?
Yeah, it's not bad. I want to listen to the whole song. I haven't heard it like in stereo and the whole song.
Headphone experience.
Yeah, it's a good headphone song.
I'm going to be listening to it in my car on the way home.
It's chill for a Limp Bizkit song. It's got like a cool chill vibe.
That's like the weirdest thing to say. It's a chill Limp Bizkit song. So is this? Have they got an announcement of when an album's coming, or is this just a single?
I got to imagine that the album's coming soon because I know they recorded a record. I think the weight was on Fred just kind of finishing vocals and lyrics and things along those lines, but I got to imagine this is just an appetizer for their upcoming record.
Nice. All right, here's a big question. What do Ryan Castle and Humpty Dumpty have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50. I'll make that 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and Humpty Dumpty have in common?
Broken.
Yeah.
Fallen down a few times, too.
Somebody said broken dumpties.
Oh, broken dumpties, yeah.
Does that mean you're a broke ass?
Yeah.
Maybe. He may be referring to my boys.
Wow. Okay. Didn't know that.
They're broken?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what the assumption.
I have no idea what's happening here, but things are. I'm learning a lot more about Ryan Castle, and that's why I want to know these things.
Someone said Steve likes to Humpty both of their dumpties.
There we go. Yeah, that I knew.
With all the king's horses and all the king's men.
I mean,
Well, everybody's getting involved in this party.
Boy, this went weird.
Quick. Yeah, we got cops in Madison, Wisconsin. They're looking for two guys accused of stealing a bronze sculpture of Humpty Dumpty sitting on a toilet, which, by the way, I can understand why someone would want this. It's definitely an art piece. Meanwhile, the artist is saying it's worth $1,400. I mean, Dumpty Humpty, I don't know if I would pay $14. I mean, it's cool looking, but
oh my God, that looks like the Rev.
Wow.
Get out.
I don't like you anymore. Wow, that's it.
I'll pay $1,400 for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Humpty's gone. He's been stolen on the Dumpty. Meanwhile, Ryan Castle, he's got a 12-pack on his Dumpty. That's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
If McDonald's actually named a sandwich after you, and you do have a name that's close enough, you would be my hero. Because to me,
McMigs?
Yeah, or the Migs rib. You know what I mean?
If I was so blessed and honored to be on the menu for a McDonald's, I would want it to be the McMigs.
Yeah, that's never going to happen for me. I mean, I don't think they're going to call anything the McBJ. You know what I mean? I just don't think they're ever going to do
it's
that.
It's a mouthful.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.